What if I told you a grandmother's act of kindness could cost her a fortune? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover why feeding pigeons in Singapore led to a shocking fine and what this reveals about the clash between compassion and the law. Meet Shamala, a 71-year-old Indian woman living in Singapore, unemployed, and now facing a financial nightmare for a simple, repeated act. But here's the twist. This isn't just about feeding birds. It's about a 9-time defiance of one of the world's strictest legal systems. The incident occurred in the Toa Payoh area. According to the court, Shamala fed pigeons 9 times over a period of about 6 months, despite having been warned and previously penalized for the same offense. She repeated the offense even after receiving a warning. In May 2025, she had already been fined $1,200 for feeding wild birds near her home. That time, she assured the court she would not repeat the offense. But here's what nobody's talking about: the sheer persistence. Between July 2025 and January 2026, she was spotted again, scattering grain and bread, sometimes late at night, at Block 62B Lorong 4, Toa Payoh. And then something shocking happened. Her actions attracted large flocks of pigeons. Furthermore, she obstructed the National Parks Board in its efforts to control the pigeon population. The prosecution stated the woman knew her actions were wrong, yet she repeatedly broke the law. And here's the part that will blow your mind: the potential penalty. The law allows for a fine of up to $10,000 for each offense, 9 offenses. That's a potential $90,000. But the court showed leniency. They imposed a single fine of $3,200. That's approximately Rs 2.5 lakh, a massive sum for an unemployed woman. Shamala, who appeared in court without a lawyer, stated that paying the full fine would be extremely difficult. She appealed for a reduction. The court rejected her plea. The court clearly stated it is necessary to impose a penalty for repeated violations. So, what are the bigger implications? This case is a seismic clash. On one side, a universal human impulse to care for animals. On the other, Singapore's famous, uncompromising order. Some say it's a necessary deterrent to protect public health and hygiene. Others see it as a harsh punishment for a harmless, if stubborn, act of feeding. It leaves us with an unanswered question: where do we draw the line between civic duty and personal compassion? The impact is clear, a warning to all. Even minor rule violations in Singapore can be very costly. This story travels from Toa Payoh to our screens, reminding us that laws, like borders, are absolute for some. Do you think the fine was justified, or was it too harsh for feeding pigeons? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking global stories that hit close to home.